What's up? It's Rick and Reese from the Rick and Reese Show. We down in the ATL for the BMI Trailblazer Awards. We slid through the studio to fool with one of our main men down here, international recording artist, Isaac Simpson. We in the studio hanging out. He working on this project. Isaac, what's up, man?
What's up, fellas, man? I'm glad to be here. Glad y'all came out, kicking with me in the studio. You know what we got to do. Right. We're in the A right now, so they're teaching me how to do the A, so we got to put the thumb in the middle, in the A.
Hey, man, listen, man. Yes. I feel like we hunting you down, man.
Man.
You was just in Nigeria with the Truth.
Yes.
You was in Canada at the
Glass Awards, yes.
And now, we hawked you down here in Atlanta. What brings you here in Atlanta, man?
Well, I'm here in Atlanta, man, because I have met some incredible, I'm working on my next album, my third album, and I met some incredible producers that actually Miss Rainey Rouse introduced me to, that worked with her on something, her single. I can't wait till she come out with it. Shout out to Rainey. But yes. So when I called him, he connected me with other people, and these men are amazing because not only besides the fact that they Grammy Award winning for their producing and production, but they know what they're doing. And so I knew I needed something else to step out on, to really present to, my fan base and to, add to what I have. So when I start meeting these fellas and start hearing what they had and I shared within my heart, they did everything they could do, man, to just cater everything to me and my voice and pull out the best out of me, man. And be honest, it's out of my element. I'm a church boy. I'm a straight church boy.
You was just in there grooving, though. You was grooving, man.
But I love it so much because you never know what's inside of you until you learn to reach deep down inside of you and pull out what God has already placed inside you. Absolutely. So, I even say it's out of my element, but no, it's just something else inside me that is coming to, fruition. So I'm really excited about that, yeah.
Now, when you, obviously, you recorded projects prior to this, and I know for most artists, they like to be in their element, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And that album is usually birthed from somewhere. Yeah. And so, what made you want to come to Atlanta? You really could have went anywhere. Mm-hmm. Like I said, you've been in Nigeria, Africa, a bunch of different places. Like, what made you want to, I want to record in Atlanta versus anywhere else?
Well, like I said, the producers here, but this is production city. A lot of things are migrating to Atlanta. You got the, Trailblazer, Tyler Perry's here. You got all he done brought Hollywood to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? But you got a lot of major artists that's come through this city and that lives in this city that has done great work. I don't know if you've seen when you walked in, you got Grammy Awards sitting on the shelf. You're looking at Outkast, Sierra, Biggie, and all the people just on the wall.
We supposed to be here,
this is the truth. Like, what's going on? So, so that tells you right there, that, people have already done these things, and they've reached the masses, and I'm just excited because I had to come here because there's this sound that God wants to birth out of me that is not just for the church, if that makes any sense, It's for kingdom, and kingdom is outside of the four walls. And so I knew that I had to come here in order to become mainstream, if it allow the gospel, let me say to go mainstream. Does that make sense?
Right, absolutely.
To allow the gospel to go mainstream. So at ATL is, it's the birthing place right now for me and my ministry.
Man, when we first came in, I immediately started bobbing my head. Man, you got a unique sound. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like you said, it's not too churchy, but it's not too secular. Like, how you come up with
this? Man, I don't know, man, because it was funny because the producer was telling me, that's an interesting run that you just did. Like, but I like it. Like, we can work with that. It's the concept for this album, was kind of amazing. They told me to study James Brown. They said James Brown. They said it's not necessarily his. It's how he approaches songs, and how he sings. This is a man's world, all this stuff. How he approached the song, how he, finessed it and things like that. And so I've been doing that. I've been studying, and I was like, okay, I see what you're saying. So it's been really. It ain't been easy. I'm telling you, it's like peeling one layer, peeling that whole layer of church world off of me, and just allow me to open up to what God has already inside of me. So it's been uncomfortable. I'm gonna be honest about you. It's been a little uncomfortable, but uncomfortable is good because what I've learned even from the truth. He told me, that there's a place, that God wants you to dwell in the middle. and that means he wants you to have a balance. And this balance is not comfortable. This balance brings tension. This balance means sometimes you got to live alone. You have to live in this world by yourself, you know, and people may not like, you know, this new sound that may be coming, you know, but then you got another audience that does, you know what I'm saying? And so you have to just know what the sound of God is for you. And the sound of God, in order to know his sound, you got to know his ways. You got to know his character. You got to know who he is. Because God says the first time he introduced himself was in the Old Testament, in Genesis. He says, I'm slow to anger. You know, I'm not a man that condemns. You know, he tells you of his character. So when we're so easy to interpret, especially those who are prophetic, interpret what God is saying, but not interpret the sound of God, how he says it. So it's important to know what his sound is. And when you usher that voice and you're singing that voice, you're singing that sound, you have to make sure you carry that sound with it, with the message.
Do you see the preacher? The take is going on, man.
Right.
So now in this transition, obviously, like you said, you stepping out the box a little bit with this album. Do you ever have a fear that this audience that you've already built up that loves this sound, you about to hit them with something new, and so you're really unsure? Is that a fearful place, or is it like, you know what, God gave me this, and this is how we moving?
I've already tested the waters a little bit. You know, I've said it to a couple of my peoples, and like, you know, so majority of people's liking it. You know what I'm saying? But you got those ones that, you know, the ones that you would think be on your team. It's like, I'm not used to that. You know, you should do that. You know, the way you sunk it too hard, you did this, you know. But I realized if you listen to everybody, you know, allow everybody in your world. Sometimes, and I was reading, you know, T.D. Jakes' books when he's talking about destiny, he said, you don't let everybody know what it is that God has for you right now, because they may not understand. You know, he gave you the destiny. He gave you the purpose. And so you have to learn how to go after it without having to let everybody know, because everybody getting in your ear, it can be discouraging. You know what I'm saying? So no, I've learned not to be fearful. I've learned to just step out on and trust God and know that what he's placed in me, that it is definitely guaranteed to receive a feedback that is prosperous, that people's souls can be blessed, people's hearts can be blessed, and I'm ready for it. I'm ready.
I believe that's a done deal.
Anyway,
I mean, make no mistake about it. I asked the question because I thought the people are like, y'all love that question. But I'm telling you, that what we heard, like you said, we come in like,
it was crazy.
I know.
It was crazy.
It's over with.
I can't wait, man. I can't say it right now, but there's gonna be some major features like on this album. You know, some major features, man. I can't wait, y'all. Major features, you know. So I'm really excited about what God has taken me. You know.
With that being said, where do you see Isaac Simpson in the next 5 years from now, as far as the music industry is concerned?
Oh man, I hope that, you know, I definitely can just be a pioneer. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like to be settlers. You know, I don't want to be a settler. I don't want to do what everybody else is doing. But I want to just have that uniqueness that's in me, that God's already placed in me, be different, set aside and trailblaze, you know, in that area. So 5 years from now, I really see me being a pioneer and setting, you know, the stages for so many people to come and do what they have to do, you know. So, you know, God is definitely calling for, and is nowadays a new generation. He's calling for a new Zion to roar. You know, the roar is his voice. Zion is the new church. They're not going to look the way we think they're going to look. They're not going to dress the way they think we're going to dress. They may come with earrings. They may come with tattoos. They may come with a whole different look. So if you be careful, if you judge them, you're going to miss God. Because it's a new sound. It's a new prophet that's coming. You know, God's raising up new prophets and new people to come up to do it. And they're not going to look the way you think they're going to look. So I'm ready.
That's good.
I'm just moving forward so these people can go forward.
Well, if you keep letting us get exclusive interviews like this, you're going to the moon, dog.
Let's go.
Now being in Atlanta, man, we know all roads led to Atlanta, man. This weekend, everybody is in the city.
In the city.
How big is it? You're an artist, and obviously, you know, as you continue to move forward in your career, I'm sure you would aspire to find yourself in the same position. But to see the Trailblazer Awards honor duos like BB and CeCe Wine and Mary, how big is that?
Oh man, that's massive, man. Those are living legends right now. You know, they've been trailblazing for a long time. You know, I've been coming honestly for the last 7 years, and I'm blessed to have that opportunity to come. And each year it gets better and better and better. You know, and they've honored so many great people, and to be in the presence of all of these major artists, and be able to network and talk and really be on one page and one accord with everybody, and really see people pay homage and tribute to these people who have went before us and done a wonderful job. It's a blessing. It really is. So I'm honored to be here, man. We in here. We in the house, man. Yes.
Man, I do appreciate you, man.
He said 7.
Yes.
Right.
This is 1 for us.
We don't even know what we're doing here.
It's a blessing to be here, man. I'm glad that y'all here, man. You know, I'm glad that the city is coming in and we're opening up, and this is what we need. We need people to come, get outside the 4 walls of 614 and different places and come and see how things is happening in the industry. So,
and man, you're a trailblazer for Columbus.
Man,
I'm telling you,
man, I'm glad.
Everywhere.
I am, man.
That's what's up, though.
Because I'm determined. The reason why, because I'm determined to understand that there's more out there. You know, in order for me to grow there, I have to go there. You know, palm trees don't grow in Ohio. So if you want to go where the weather is, you got to go there. You know what I'm saying? So gospel music, there's so many talented people in our city, and I'm so happy, but you have to be able to see there's more outside than just singing to each other. So, you know, I'm just glad to be able to go there and do what I can do to bring back, represent and bring back what I can bring back to say, hey, let's go.
Come on now.
So I'm glad to see y'all fellas here.
Yes, sir.
I'm happy.
We appreciate you,
yes,
man.
Sir.
I want to record. Let me see. I got some hidden jewels.
Yes.
Keep that.
I gotta give big up to Sears and Sam Collier, who are the producers of this album, and they're doing a magnificent job, an incredible job. And his wife Milk, who's writing. You know, these are writers, and I'm like, they opening my mind. Honestly, I was on a plane coming back home last weekend. And honestly, tears hit my eyes, and I just started welling. It was the kind of welling I was embarrassed because I'm like, oh, nobody see these tears going, man, because I can't stop them. But I was full of joy because God showed me a glimpse of my future, and He showed me a glimpse of where He's getting ready to take me. And I was just honored because I was like, man, me, you know, because I'm not worthy, you know, but God see fit to see something inside me that says, no, I trust you. This is your time. And so I'm really excited. And then I'm listening to the songs while the headphones is on. I'm like, this ain't me. This is me. Like, this is me. Right. I can't believe that because for so long I produced myself and produced others. But to get out of the driver's seat and just to ride in the passenger and to see how other producers are doing it. And I'm liking it. I'm liking the ride, man. And so I'm just glad to just say, another fresh set of fresh ears and eyes and a new sound, man. It's a new sound and it's hot. I'm gonna let y'all fellas hear it. I'm gonna let you hear what we got so far.
Right. Okay.
Y'all gonna love it.
Now listen, unfortunately, y'all can't get it right now.
Not right now.
But we about to get it.
I'm about to get a CD out of here.
It's mandatory. We're running through his catalog. We're gonna listen to all this good music. But I'm telling y'all, it's your boys Rick and Reese. We in the studio, man, hanging out with the international recording artist, Isaac Simpson, man. Great things coming. It's When We Speak TV. Y'all make sure that y'all keep it locked.
Let go!